piece at offthehooksports.com I want to encourage you to check out is a piece that Amanda did, and I won't do it due diligence if I describe it, so you go for it. And basically every point you made was absolutely correct. Tennessee, and I talked to some more people in the media yesterday, not being ranked was a very big surprise. Not being in that 18 to 20, 21, 22 range was a big surprise. But talk about your column and what you laid out for people, because I thought it was good stuff.
So I just took a look at 3 different teams that were in the top 25 that I thought, maybe not. And I did like a dive into who they were returning, what they were expecting out of the season, who they lost from last season, and their transfers and who they were transferring in. And 3 of these teams, I was just like, Tennessee's going to be better than these 3. Like they're going to be better than these 3.
When they're favored over already.
Yeah, they're favored over someone already.
So I don't know how they can't be ranked, but the 3 teams.
I don't know. Pittsburgh, Texas, and what's the last one? Just did this. Ole Miss. Sorry, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. No shots at Lane Kiffin fired, who, by the way, had some interesting comments that we're going to get to. But I think Tennessee is better than all of those teams.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Anything could happen with an Ole Miss because of the offense they run that is very similar, but in that it scores a lot of points. It's not really a similar offense. But, I mean, anything can happen in that sort of game. But Lane Kiffin, by the way, said Tuesday that when he met with reporters, he said he gave a little update on where Ole Miss stands at this point in fall camp. He said, quote, "I think we're probably close. The variables being all the new guys, so probably not where we would want to be normally, but you do have to take that into consideration." Man, can he just whine and gripe and gripe and gripe. So the money and resources aren't there for Lane Kiffin to match an Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee. Use the richest programs in the SEC. And so he can't go out and buy players NIL-wise like other schools can. Maybe they're not. Who knows? But he can take in the transfer portal. And he is just so transparent, Amanda. He's harping about half of the players could be new players with this new transfer portal thing. That's all well and good, Amanda, but he's saying that to say the transfer portal is craziness and something needs to change about the NIL. I think that's his end-all spin. So he's basically like one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Jack Nicholson is like, I'm just going to be as crazy as I can be. If you've called me crazy, then I'm going to be crazy. So that's what Lane Kiffin's doing. He's being crazy with the transfer portal.
Well, didn't he already call out the NIL? I was pretty sure that he already said it was like going to ruin college football.
Yeah.
And I don't disagree with that. But what he said to the media is very telling, because no coach comes out and says, well, we got a lot of new guys, so we're not looking exactly like what I thought we'd be looking like, and we're not looking as great as everyone is telling us that we look or that they're expecting from us. So I don't know. Like, I think that maybe we won't be as good this year. I mean, literally, what coach comes out and says that?
Yeah, I love how Lane Kiffin, it's generally not a good thing to say. You want to lower expectations. But I also have to love, Amanda, how Lane Kiffin comes out and says that he's not sure who the starting quarterback will be. Of course, they had a transfer from Southern California. And that the way they played previously has no impact on whether or not they will play at Ole Miss. Come on. You don't go out and get a dude at quarterback from Southern California to come in and sit the bench for 3 years. It has an impact. He will receive early first-team practice snaps. Come on, Lane. Come on.
Yeah, he's not giving anything away, but I also see and kind of feel the disappointment in his words, because he is not a happy Kiffin right now. He is not a happy Kiffin.
Not a happy Kiffin. Okay, I can take that. And then Saturday down south, before some national news came out with their top 25 players, which is interesting. It's I think yes, it is a list, and Amanda and I have grown very tired of lists. But who do you
Who
think is
hasn't?
who do you think is number one on the Saturday Down South list of top players in the SEC? Has to be the Heisman guy, right?
I would say it's Will Anderson. I mean, I haven't looked at the list actually, and I would hope it would be Will Anderson because he's the best player in the country, to be honest. But who knows?
Yeah, I would take Will Anderson, but they took Bryce Young. Now, this is a national. I think I misspoke. This is a national list. So
Okay.
after that, C.J. Stroud of Ohio State, Caleb Williams of USC, and then if you Spencer Rattler of Southern California, and then you have
No, no.
Grayson McGall of Coastal Carolina. What?
Spencer Rattler is South Carolina,
Carolina. What did I say?
Southern California
No,
again.
the other USC. So in the end, I'm looking at this list, and I know the idea is to create talk, and these are the top 25 quarterbacks in college football. But I don't know that Spencer Rattler is number 5. Do you?
No, okay. So this is a list of top 25 quarterbacks.
Quarter.
Okay.
My
So you said
apologies.
players. I was so confused.
My apologies. Where I
Um,
did misspeak.
yeah.
So where do you think Hendon Hooker came?
Honestly, they put Spencer Rattler at 5.
Yes, and I'll just give you a hint. He's way above Hooker.
Really?
I wouldn't lie to you.
So if he's way above Hooker, I'm going to go Hooker at 22.
Ooh, not bad. He's not that quite that far off. So let's go down the rest of the list as far as the SEC guys. So you had Spencer Rattler, as I mentioned, is number 4 at South Carolina. And then you go down the list. KJ Jefferson at Arkansas is at number 8. We keep rolling through the SEC, and then we get to, we're at 12. Will Levis of Kentucky. Would you take Hendon Hooker or Will Levis? Right now.
Hendon Hooker. I take Hendon Hooker.
I would too. And then you have Hendon Hooker at number 14.
Isn't Will Levis the one that puts mayo in his coffee?
Yes.
Ew.
Not good? Not good.